The loudest person on stage isn't always the one people remember most. And right now, fans believe Kim Taehyung is proving exactly that. Across the Arirang World Tour in 2026, thousands of fan cams continue spreading online every single day. Stadium screams, emotional fan reactions, dramatic stage lighting, every moment quickly turns into content across social media. But recently, one pattern has started standing out more than anything else. The clips going viral aren't necessarily Taehyung's biggest moments anymore. They're his quietest ones. A small glance toward the audience. A slow smile during a performance. A brief pause between lyrics. The way he stands silently under stage lights for only a few seconds. These moments, despite being subtle, are dominating fan discussions worldwide. And according to growing speculation online, many fans now believe Taehyung's stage power has evolved into something completely different from before. Not louder, not more chaotic, but somehow more powerful. For years, Taehyung's stage presence was often associated with unpredictability. His energy felt explosive and difficult to anticipate. Whether through sudden facial expressions, playful interactions, or intense performance switches, he naturally drew attention because audiences never knew exactly what he would do next. That unpredictability became part of his identity. But during the Arirang era, fans are beginning to notice a major shift. Now, Taehyung rarely appears rushed on stage. His movements feel slower, more controlled, and more emotionally intentional. Instead of constantly projecting energy outward, he seems comfortable allowing silence, stillness, and atmosphere to become part of the performance itself. And surprisingly, this quieter approach may be making his impact even stronger than before. One fan cam from the Mexico City concerts recently went viral despite containing almost no dramatic action at all. In the clip, Taehyung simply stood near the edge of the stage while listening to fans sing along. He wasn't dancing. He wasn't speaking. He barely moved for several seconds. Yet millions of fans watched the clip repeatedly online. Why? Because people felt something while watching it. Comments under viral fan cams now frequently include phrases like, "His aura feels unreal now. He doesn't even need to try anymore. His silence says everything. He's becoming more magnetic without doing much." This reaction has led fans to create a new phrase surrounding Taehyung's current stage identity: silent charisma. Unlike chaotic charisma, which relies on constant energy and unpredictability, silent charisma works differently. It pulls attention inward instead of outward. It creates tension instead of noise. It makes audiences focus harder, almost instinctively, because the performance feels emotionally controlled rather than overwhelming. And many fans believe Taehyung has mastered this balance in 2026. The interesting part is that this transformation doesn't appear forced. It doesn't feel like someone intentionally trying to act mysterious or restrained. Instead, the energy feels natural, almost as if Taehyung himself has become more comfortable with slowing down and letting his presence speak for itself. That confidence changes everything. Because audiences often associate confidence with intensity. But in reality, the strongest performers are sometimes the ones who understand they don't need to constantly prove their presence. Taehyung's recent performances seem to reflect exactly that understanding. Even during highly energetic BTS songs, fans have noticed how different his approach feels compared to earlier years. He still delivers strong performances, but now there's more precision in his expressions, more control in his pacing, and more awareness in how he interacts with a camera and audience. Rather than trying to dominate every second, he appears selective about when to increase intensity, and that selectiveness creates stronger impact. It turns ordinary moments into memorable ones. This shift has also changed how fans consume his performances online. In the past, viral clips often focused on dramatic dance breaks, unexpected reactions, or funny interactions. Now, some of Taehyung's most replayed moments involve almost no movement at all. Just presence. And that presence feels increasingly cinematic. The word cinematic has become nearly unavoidable in discussions about Taehyung throughout 2026. Fans repeatedly describe his stage energy as feeling more like scenes from a film than traditional idol performances. The way he looks into the crowd, the pacing of his expressions, even the pauses between movements, all of it creates emotional atmosphere rather than pure performance excitement. This difference matters because atmosphere lingers longer than shock. Anyone can create loud moments, but creating emotional tension through stillness is much harder. And according to fans, Taehyung is becoming exceptionally skilled at it. Some even believe this evolution reflects broader personal growth happening behind the scenes. Compared to earlier years, Taehyung now appears more emotionally grounded in public settings. His interviews, variety appearances, and stage interactions all carry a calmer energy than before. Instead of performing at the audience, he now seems to perform with the atmosphere around him. This creates a completely different viewing experience. Fans no longer feel like they're only watching choreography or visuals. They feel immersed inside a mood, inside an emotional environment created by his presence. And perhaps that's why his quieter moments are becoming more viral than his louder ones. Because people remember feelings longer than actions. Interestingly, the rise of silent charisma also reflects changing audience tastes globally. Modern audiences increasingly gravitate toward artists who feel emotionally authentic rather than constantly performative. In an era dominated by fast content and exaggerated reactions, restraint becomes refreshing. Taehyung's current stage identity fits perfectly into that shift. He doesn't seem desperate to hold attention. And because of that, audiences give it to him naturally. This dynamic becomes especially noticeable during stadium concerts. Even in enormous venues filled with lights, noise, and movement, Taehyung's quieter moments somehow still cut through the chaos. Fans attending the Arirang tour often describe feeling unexpectedly emotional during his solo camera shots or softer stage interactions. Some say his energy now feels comforting rather than overwhelming. Others describe it as watching someone fully aware of their own aura. And perhaps that awareness is the key difference. Earlier versions of Taehyung sometimes felt spontaneous and instinctive. Now he feels intentional, not artificial, not calculated, just deeply aware. Aware of timing, aware of atmosphere, aware of how little movement is actually needed to create impact. As more Arirang performances continue going viral, speculation around Taehyung's artistic evolution only grows stronger. Many fans now believe this quieter stage identity may become one of the defining characteristics of his future career. Not because it replaces his older energy, but because it expands it. The playful unpredictability still exists. The charisma still exists. The emotional intensity still exists. But now, all of it is being filtered through greater control and emotional maturity. And that combination may be what makes his current presence feel stronger than ever before. Because true stage power isn't always about who moves the most, speaks the loudest, or dominates attention aggressively. Sometimes, true stage power belongs to the person who can stand completely still and still make thousands of people unable to look away. And right now, many fans believe Taehyung has entered exactly that era. As the Arirang World Tour continues across different cities and countries, one thing is becoming increasingly clear to fans around the world. Taehyung's presence on stage is evolving into something far more powerful than simple performance energy. Not louder, not more dramatic, but deeper. Every new fan cam, every quiet interaction, and every subtle expression seems to reinforce the same idea that his greatest strength in 2026 may no longer come from unpredictability alone, but from the emotional atmosphere he creates without even trying. And perhaps that's why so many fans feel unable to look away from him lately. Because in an industry built around fast moments and constant attention, Taehyung is proving that silence, restraint, and emotional control can sometimes leave the strongest impact of all. Whether intentional or not, his silent charisma has become one of the most talked about aspects of the Arirang era. What once made him stand out through chaos now makes him unforgettable through calmness. And if this evolution continues, fans may one day look back at 2026 as the moment Taehyung fully transformed his stage presence into something timeless. Not just an idol commanding attention, but an artist creating emotion with nothing more than a glance, a pause, and an atmosphere only he seems capable of bringing to life.